I thought that since I am now hurt and recovering somewhat from the injury, and I do have time and energy to do other things than running, I thought I would, for once, talk about the shoes that I wear, that we have on the table in front of me. So let's start with the ones I have been using the most, I would guess. And those are these shoes. These are the Innovate Talent 249s, I think they're called. I'm not sure. 212s, yeah. And I've been using these for more than a year. Now I've studied them with metal screws for the winter, since these shoes are pretty much done for. I've actually had 2 pairs of these over the last year, and they've served me very well. I love these shoes, they're great. And I've been using them on the trails and when running up on the mountain a lot. And the mountain running has really worn down the knobs under them. So I don't think these shoes are really the best choice for pure mountain running. I believe that if you're going up some serious mountains where there aren't much ground soil, you can definitely choose something better than these lugged shoes. And the second pair I've been using the most this year have been these ones, the Solomon Fellcross, and I put something like, I don't know, 200 miles by now into them, and these are the soles. You can see the chevron lugs are pretty intact still, and I've also been running a bit on tarmac from time to time, and even packed dirt roads, and these lugs really perform well. Not really on asphalt, but the durability on this rubber is superb. And the shoes are a bit thicker than these ones. These are lighter. The Fellcross, the Solomon Fellcross, really feels like a rough terrain shoe. You know, if you're gonna run in the forest, on forest trails with a lot of not all too many stones and roots, this shoe will be great. And this shoe really kicks ass in snow as well, as you can see here. And especially this winter, I've mixed these shoes with gaiters from Icebug. So I add on gaiters to them, and then I've also bought micro spikes from Icebug as well, and these really kicks ass. They don't really fit the Solomon shoes. It says on the pack that the Icebug micro spikes are really to enhance the grip on their winter running shoes, but they do fit somewhat good on the Solomon shoes. Now I can't, since my arm is injured, I can't get these on, but you get the picture. You pull them over the heel like this, and then you have some decent Titan spikes protection for those icy roads. In these shoes I've been running down to temperatures around minus 15 centigrades below zero, and I haven't been freezing. So yeah, they're thick and they're well padded, especially around the heel. I don't really think they do need all this much padding, but hey. And the drop is somewhere around 4 millimeters, so that's what I like in my shoes. I use 4 millimeters on the X Talons as well. And here's a pair of shoes I've just gotten. I ran maybe 2 runs in them, and they are the Sense Ultra. Solomon Sense Ultra something doesn't have the same kind of lug system as the Velcros do have. So they have smaller lugs and they're more even. I would guess that these shoes will perform better up on the mountain since you have more contact surface area on the ground. And hopefully the shoes won't get torn out all that easily either. I think that these shoes have a rock plate as well. I would guess that they have. I'm not sure on that, but it would surprise me if they didn't. And yeah, can't recommend these shoes enough. If you find them on sale, just go get them because they're great. The only downside of this shoe is if you're running on trails with roots and rocks, you will have an issue with this shoe because it doesn't really grip on wet rock and wet roots. You will slip and slide. But on any other terrain, I think this shoe will be just fine. What else? I've also got these shoes. This is the Innovate Ultra 245. Not sure about these, haven't run all that much on them. I think the heel cup is a bit too hard, or there's something in the heel that makes the run really uncomfortable. Maybe they don't fit me all that good, or maybe I haven't really broken them in yet, so I'll have to get back on that. I used to use these Vivo barefoot shoes when I was running earlier on, when I was starting out running. And barefoot running is great for your form, although me being a bit heavier, it didn't really work for me, since I'm a bit too heavy and no padding at all really hurts me. So I ended up using these shoes at work and when I'm running on the treadmill at the gym, and even still they'll do just fine, you know. But I'm a trail runner and I can't have even surfaced shoes like this because they won't grip in nature. So you need something like this if you're sporting a barefoot style game, you know, and you're trail running. You need shoes like this, and this shoe has been great. I've been the fastest runner I've ever have been in these shoes, and this is the New Balance Minimus. I think they have something like 2 millimeters of drop between the heel and the forefoot. Basically no padding whatsoever, just the sole to protect the foot and nothing else. No cushioning in the outsole. The other shoes have, to some degree, some kind of cushioning. I mean, on the X-Talon 212s, you have the lugs that will actually act as cushioning. The same goes for the Solomon, and they also have a thin cushioning insole, ortholite sole on the inside, and that really helps a lot, especially for those long runs. Whereas these barefoot shoes are just, they're protecting your feet from very sharp rocks, and that's all they do. So they force you to get a good running form. And I use these shoes to learn how to run good. Then after that I bought myself some more cushioned shoes because I could feel that my knees couldn't really take the punishment. I didn't want to get injured right away as I had started running just. So I went over to more cushioned shoes. And I have another pair of shoes that I'm using at work at the moment, so they're not here. And those shoes are the Saucony Kinavara 5. Absolutely love those shoes, and those are road running shoes, so I use them for tarmac running, asphalt running, and running on concrete and stuff like that. Really hard stuff. They can't really take the beating out on the trails, so I don't use them for that because they won't hold up. So that's it for my running shoes. These are the shoes that I'm wearing at the moment. These will get retired after this winter, whereas these three will be my go-to trail shoe for the coming year, I guess. I will use these until they fall apart. Apparently this model is supposed to be for warm climates, but me living up here in the northern parts of Sweden, and I'm accustomed to cold weather, I haven't had any troubles at all running in these during the winter. So it's funny, you know, even though they're made for warm weather and they're made to ventilate the heat, they're fine, even if it's -5 degrees outside or something like that. I have no problems whatsoever to run in them, although these are a bit warm. And I think this year this shoe is called the Salomon Speed. They've changed a few things for the shoe. One thing they've changed is that they have removed these lugs, and I really like that because that gives you a different dimension of grip on the trail. If you like the lugs there, you'll be able to grip over roots and stuff easily, and whereas this shoe sort of just slides laterally over the root. As you can see here, this shoe is barren between this part of the shoe and that part of the shoe. That means that you'll be able to grip down on stuff and really lock down the shoe. The same thing goes for the Innovate 245s. So I can definitely recommend the Salomon shoes. Absolutely love them. I'm a bit unsure about the Innovates. We'll have to see as the year progresses. So hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys around in the next video. I'm thinking about making another gear video where I show you my race vest and stuff. Let me know what you think. Is this a good idea? Anyway, thank you for watching. See you guys around in the next video.